All right, next video up says, or next question up rather says, would you be able to take a look at my bench press? And of course. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, a few things I noticed right off the bat. One, if I can keep us on the correct video here. The first thing that I notice is that your grip looks a bit narrow. So I know some people find that a wider grip hurts their shoulders. So if a wider grip hurts your shoulders, then of course don't do it. But my guess is that that's not going to be the case because, I mean, your grip is too narrow for your elbow placement. And I don't think your elbow placement is necessarily bad, but I think if you moved your grip out 1 or 2 finger widths, you're going to be a lot stronger. And maybe going to start with, try to go with pinky or ring finger on the ring. But if your shoulders are okay, then try to go to middle finger on the ring, and see how that treats you. The second thing is your shoulder blades don't look like they're, you don't look set up as tight as you could be. So if we rewind the video a bit and watch how you're setting up here, yeah, I mean, I see that you pinch your shoulder blades a bit, but you're not really setting up in a way that I think that you're really tight enough. Set your shoulders on the bench, pinch your shoulder blades together, and then drive with your legs, roll up onto your traps. Set your shoulders on the bench first, and then use your legs to arch up. I find that helps keep your shoulder blades set a bit better. It makes sure that your shoulder blades are retracted a bit better. You may need to lower your rack height. It looks like that's going to be close, because if you get your shoulder blades together and you get your grip a little bit wider, then that's gonna probably drop down your hand position, and you may have to lower your rack height a bit. But other than that, I mean, those were the main things that I noticed. You don't have a big arch, which that's mostly a flexibility thing, and I don't really think that we should do a whole lot to affect that. But if you make those technical changes, I'm a little reluctant to have you do anything like regarding weaknesses or anything like that, because if you make these technical changes, then it's going to change whatever your weaknesses are anyway. So what I would suggest is to make those changes, and then let's kind of reassess. However, if for whatever reason you decide not to make those technical changes, I think you need to focus on, it's hard to tell from this video because this set is relatively easy for you at it being at an 8 RPE, but really this last rep is the one that we're going to focus in on, when it comes to assessing this movement and assessing your weakness here. What we're looking at in this case is probably, you're not even, let me back it up a little bit more and see if I can stop it in the right position. This is more kind of smack in the middle of your weak range of motion. So your weak range of motion is just a hair below this and a hair above it, I think. So stuff like a one board with a light touch on the board is going to be helpful. In addition, things like pin presses from chest level could be helpful as well. In terms of supplemental movements, if you're keeping the same configuration, then I think you're going to want to focus on shoulder development a lot. But that's going to change as you make these technical changes that we talked about. So anyway, a lot of information here. I think a lot of it's applicable to you, but probably not all of it. So take what's useful.